Hello and welcome to our channel. We're going to tell you a story. 10 years ago I was 18 years old. My name is Lily. I was young, full of dreams, and life felt simple. I lived in a small town with my parents and younger brother. Life was not perfect, but it was peaceful. At that time I liked a boy named Alex. He was tall, handsome, and very kind. He lived just 2 streets away. Many girls liked him. He smiled often and helped old people cross the road. I never told him I liked him, but I think he knew. One evening everything changed. It was a cold Friday night in November. My parents went to visit my aunt who lived far away. My brother was at a friend's house. I stayed home alone. I had a lot of homework and didn't want to go out. The night started quiet. I made a cup of tea, sat near the window, and looked at the stars. Then I heard a sound outside. It was like someone walking slowly. I looked out but saw nothing. I thought, maybe it's just a cat. I went back to my chair, but then I heard the sound again. This time it was closer. Someone was at the door. My heart started to beat fast. I didn't expect anyone. I didn't want to open the door, but I walked slowly toward it. I asked, "Who is it?" No answer. Waited. Then a soft voice said, "It's me, Alex." My heart jumped. Alex. Why was he here? I opened the door a little and saw him standing there. His hair was wet like he had been walking in the rain. He looked worried. "Can I come in?" he asked. "Something strange is happening." I let him in. He sat on the sofa and looked around. I gave him a towel and asked, "What's wrong?" He said, "I was walking home from the store when I saw a man following me. He didn't say anything, just walked behind me." I looked outside again. The street was dark. No people. No lights. I said, "Maybe he went away." Alex shook his head. "No, he's still out there. You saw him. He stopped when I came to your house. He's hiding now." My hands felt cold. I closed all the windows and locked the door. We sat in silence for a few minutes. Then the lights went out. It was dark. Completely dark. I screamed. Alex stood up and took my hand. "Stay calm," he said. "Maybe it's just a power cut." We used my phone's flashlight to see. We found some candles and lit them. The house looked strange in candlelight. Shadows danced on the walls. Then we heard it again. Sound from the back door. This time it was louder. Alex moved quickly and told me to hide behind the sofa. He walked toward the back door slowly. I whispered, "Don't open it." He didn't. He looked through the window. Then he said in a quiet voice, "He's here." I crawled next to him. I saw a man standing in the garden. He was tall, wearing a black coat, and holding something in his hand. He didn't move. He just stared at the house. I was shaking. I wanted to call the police, but my phone had no signal. The rain was falling harder now. Thunder crashed in the sky. We turned off the candles and stayed low. Minutes passed. Or maybe hours. Time felt slow. Then we heard a voice. A deep voice from outside. "I know you're in there." Alex held my hand tight. I couldn't speak. The voice continued. "You shouldn't be alone tonight." Then silence. We waited. No more sounds. I started to cry. Alex whispered, "Don't worry. I'm here. I won't let anything happen to you." That moment felt special. Even in fear I felt safe with him. Suddenly the power came back. Lights turned on. The heater made a noise. We looked outside again, but the man was gone. Was he real? Or just a shadow? We didn't know. Alex stayed with me the whole night. We didn't sleep. We talked and laughed softly, trying to forget what happened. Sunrise, everything looked normal again. The street, the trees, even the air felt different. My parents came back that morning. I didn't tell them everything. Just that Alex came to visit and we stayed up late talking. But that night changed everything. From that day I saw Alex differently. He wasn't just the boy I liked. He was my protector, my friend, and maybe more. But the story didn't end there. Because 1 week later, I saw the same man again. And this time he wasn't standing outside. He was waiting for me. Inside the school. 1 week after that scary night, life looked normal again. But deep inside I was not the same. I felt worried all the time. I checked windows and doors again and again. I couldn't sleep well. Alex and I started spending more time together. He walked with me to school and back home. He was sweet and always smiling, but I could see he was scared too. We both tried to forget that night. But we couldn't. One Monday morning I walked into the school and stopped. There he was. The same man from my garden. He was standing near the front gate. He wore the same black coat. His eyes looked around slowly. And then, they stopped on me. My heart beat fast. I couldn't move. Then I heard a voice behind me. "Lily, are you okay?" It was Alex. I turned to him and said, "He's here. The man from that night. Look." We both turned, but the man was gone. "Are you sure?" Alex asked. "Yes, I saw him. I'm not dreaming." That day at school I couldn't think. I couldn't study. I kept looking out the windows. I felt someone was watching me. After school, Alex and I went to the library. We searched the internet for strange stories in our town. We found something. There was a news story from 12 years ago. A man named Thomas Gray lived alone in a house near the forest. He lost his family in an accident and became very quiet. He started walking around at night, talking to himself. Some people said he knocked on doors, looking for his family. One night he disappeared. The police never found him. Alex said, "Lily, that's the man. He looks the same. Same coat. Same eyes." I asked, "But how is he here?" That was 12 years ago. Alex didn't answer. He just looked worried. We decided to visit his old house. It was not far from our town, near the forest. The next day after school we rode our bikes there. The house looked empty, old and broken. The windows were dusty. The garden had tall grass. No one lived there now. We walked to the door. It was not locked. We went inside. The house smelled bad. The walls had old photos. A woman, 2 children, and a man. It was him, Thomas Gray. I looked at one photo. The eyes were the same. Cold and sad. Suddenly we heard a noise upstairs. Slow step. Then another. Alex took my hand. "Let's go," he said. But I said, "No. I need to know." We walked up the stairs very slowly. There was only one room with a light on. The door was half open. We pushed it gently. Inside there was a chair. And on that chair was Thomas Gray. He looked at us. Not angry. Not surprised. He said, "You came back." We didn't speak. My hands were shaking. Thomas stood up. "You are not her," he said. "But you look like my daughter. She was your age when she died." I said, "Sir, we're sorry. We didn't mean to scare you." He smiled sadly. "I scare everyone. You know. I walk at night. I knock on doors. I wait in schools. I look for my family. But they are not here." Alex asked, "Why did you come to Lily's house?" He answered, "I saw her. She looked like my daughter. I thought maybe she came back." Tears came to his eyes. "I just wanted to see her one more time." Felt sad. Not scared. Thomas was not a bad man. He was just lost. Lost in his pain. Lost in time. I walked closer and said, "I'm not your daughter, but I can listen." He sat down again. He talked about his life, his family, the accident, and the silence after. He said he was sorry for scaring us. That day something changed in my heart. I stopped feeling afraid. I saw the truth. Sometimes people walk in the night because they are lonely. Not because they want to hurt us. We left the house before sunset. Thomas didn't follow us. He stayed there with his old photos and quiet memories. A few days later we told the police. They visited him and gave him help. He was taken to a safe home where he could talk to doctors. And he never came to our town again. Weeks passed. The fear slowly went away. Alex and I grew closer. We started dating. He always reminded me of that night. Not with fear but with strength. We were brave together. 1 year later, I wrote a story about it for my college. I called it Alone at Night. Everyone liked it. They thought it was just a ghost story. But I knew the truth. It was about a man who lost his way. And 2 young people who found the courage to help him. And sometimes, the darkest nights can show us the brightest truths. I hope you enjoyed this story. Have you ever experienced? Share your stories with us in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories and adventures. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.